Atlanta Community Profiles, a show about living in Atlanta and purchasing a home here. Atlanta Community Profiles is hosted by Lou Whelan, who will talk to experts who know this ever-changing city and its real estate industry. We'll talk to mayors, community leaders, and residential real estate experts. Now, here's Lou Whelan with this week's Atlanta Community Profiles.
Hello there and welcome to our show. My name is Lou Whelan. I publish the official relocation guides on Atlanta on behalf of the First Multiple Listing Service of Atlanta. We have one for the metro area, one for North Fulton in conjunction with the North Fulton Chamber of Commerce, one for Gwinnett County in partnership with the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce, one for Cobb County in partnership with the Cobb Association of Realtors, and one for Inside 285, all with FMLS and other partners. And they're available free at all real estate brokerage firms and chambers of commerce throughout the metro area. And they're on my website, AtlantaCommunityProfiles.com, along with a great deal of additional other information. And I'm also a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Georgia Properties. My website is LouWhelan.com. If I can help you with any of your commercial or residential real estate needs, I'm more than happy to help you. And just on a quick overview on the residential side today, the one thing I observed recently was just today when I was preparing for the show is that since 2013, there has been a steady increase in real estate prices. Every year there has been an increase since 2013. And the average sales price is up 64% since 2011. And the average sales price at this point is $289,000 metro area wide. And Berkshire Hathaway, by the way, is the number one largest real estate brokerage firm in the metro area. And prices have been up so far this year, 4%, and 5% for detached and 8% for attached. And sales are up for detached and 2% for attached. And our forecast, I can't say that for all, I say our, but my forecast is continued increases, and I think we'll finish the year at around 5% increase in prices year over year. And so with that being said, every week we interview community leaders on the show and people who are contributing to the well-being of our community and people who are extremely important to us because of all their, for many reasons, for their many contributions to the community. And today we have a very special guest and great privilege to have June Wood, Chairman of the Board of Commissioners for Henry County, on the show. Welcome to the show. It's first-time guest. That's fantastic to have you on the show.
Well, I'm excited to be here, Lou, and again, great to connect with your listening audience as well.
I grew up outside of Washington, as I was telling you at the break and before we started, and there's North Virginia and Maryland, and I lived in New York for many years, and Connecticut and New Jersey, like two sides, of the city, that they didn't really interact with each other that much. And I've lived in Atlanta now since 1980, and I find that to be kind of the case here. Do you find that to be the case?
I do. I've actually been here in Georgia now for about 22 years or so, and come from Alabama, and I definitely see that, there are definitely some segments of communities that may not congeal or come together or interact with each other, and yeah, it's everywhere, I believe.
Well, I know that there are people who are interested in bringing those two together. I know the chairman of the Board of Commissioners for Fulton County been on the show, John Eves, many times actually, and in fact he's due back here next month, I think. But I know that's his goal too, is to bring everybody together, more of a unified, North and South. But I know you graduated from the University of Alabama with a civil engineering degree, and you have worked at Georgia Power as a Metro South External Affairs Manager, and for Clayton, Butts, Henry, South Fulton, Fayette, and Coweta. So pretty active. Now, are you retired from Georgia Power?
I retired about 4 years ago in that role with Georgia Power Company and continue to serve the community still. So, but yeah, it's 26 and a half years within the Southern Company system, and that means I was at Alabama Power as well as Georgia Power Company in several different roles.
You were the chairman of the Board of Commissioners for the Henry County Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, fortunately, I've got a servant's heart, and I was just glad to be associated with a company that believes in serving its community. And so while as the External Affairs Manager, I had the opportunity to chair the Henry County Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, also chaired the Southern Crescent Technical College Board of Directors as well. And just had a lot of wonderful times working with elected and appointed officials, and to also work with other community leaders, a lot on community development, but definitely to strengthen our economic development as well. So again, had that experience in several different counties as well. So I really appreciate the opportunity that I believe is really helping me in this role as chair of the Henry County Board of Commissioners.
I'm sure it is.
Yes.
Well, I certainly appreciate your service to the community. I know you're recognized by the United Way of Greater Atlanta as the 2013 Campaign Chair of the Year for 2013. So congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Your service to the community, I'm sure, is fantastic, and you sure do serve as a great role model for our citizens. And, we, in our magazine, we do profile Henry County, and we talk about Hampton and Locust Grove and McDonough and Stockbridge. But usually what I do is, as I profile the county, but you're in a better position too. How would you articulate kind of a overview profile of Henry County?
I think Henry County is one of the greater places to be here in the Metro Atlanta area. We are, again, just minutes away from the largest airport, 4 hours or so away from the Port of Savannah. And I even throw in a couple of hours from the North Georgia mountains. We've got the four cities that you spoke about, McDonough, which is our county seat. But we also have the city of Stockbridge, Hampton, and Locust Grove. We have also 5 unincorporated districts, which means that we have a total of 6 members on our Board of Commissioners. We are comprised of about 322 square miles. We have, of course, the major interstates of I-75 and I-675 that comes through our county. We've got 7 interchanges and several major state highways, which we are very proud of. We've got a Henry County Speedway Airport. We've got the Atlanta Motor Speedway there. We've got Tanger Outlet that's there. And, of course, we're very proud of our award-winning Water Authority. We've got a good hospital. And, of course, we're proud of where we are with our Chamber of Commerce, because the business community is very engaged and continuing to strengthen our education system. We've got one of Georgia's largest college and career academies there. Recently, we've just opened up the second, we've opened up one building and on our way to the second building for a technical college there. Henry County was the only county of its size that didn't have a technical college presence, but we're really proud to have Southern Crescent Technical College there. But we also have a great partnership with Clayton State University, Gordon, and also Mercer University. So we're growing, and we feel good about it. What most people are also may or may not know is that we are, first to experience the Georgia Department of Transportation and SERS reversible managed lanes. So, again, there's a lot of great things that we're really, really proud about, and looking forward to continuing some community development and economic development with our changing demographics. That's one of the things that I really take pride in, is that, right now we've got about 217,000 residents there in the county, and it's predicted by 2040 to have about a 60% growth opportunity. So within the Atlanta Regional Commission's review, we're amongst the second, fastest growing counties here in the 10-county metro Atlanta area. So lots of opportunity. Excited to be part of the team. that is going to continue to make Henry County a wonderful, continued great place to be.
You know, I was just, I've been spending a lot of time trying to learn about Henry County, and I learned a lot that I did not know. But one thing I did learn is that your real estate prices are fantastic. I saw that the chart since 2012, your prices have been going up pretty steadily, but you're still just over 230,000 for average price of a house sold. Right now it's under 200,000. Anyway, stay tuned. We'll be right back with a lot more to talk about. Welcome back. I'm Lou Whelan, sitting here with my new best friend, June Wood, Chairman of the Board of Commissioners for Henry County Board of Commissioners, and having a great time getting to know you, June, and learn about your great community, your county. And before the break, we started talking a little bit about real estate prices, and I thought I had some inside information, but I guess you have your own inside information on real
well, that's
estate
part
prices.
of what I'm supposed to do, Lou.
Oh, okay, I get it. I'll try to keep up.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So, what I'd like to share, though, you began some conversation about the prices of our home values since 2012. But basically, our Henry County's tax digest is looking healthier every year. Our home values are up, as is commercial and industrial. In Henry County, the average subdivision home reached a value of $166,000 plus dollars, which is up over $11,000 from 2016. In 2012, only 230 homes were valued at between $300,000 and $350,000, and as of January 1, 2017, there were over 1,000 homes in that category. And so in the subdivisions throughout the county, the total value in 2017 is pretty significant. And actually, we're just above our historical high that was set back in 2008. So we're feeling good. We appreciate the growth, the economic growth there. Of course, values of our home, that's what we want. Our home values to improve. And so we're glad to share that good news today.
When people come here in the film, motion picture, and television production industry from California and New York, and they look at the price of your homes, do they ever ask, is that the down payment or is that the total?
Good question. No, but no, those are the totals, so it's all good.
It must be amazing. They must be out of their mind shocked to see what great values that exist.
Yeah, and again, we hope, as with the rest of Metro Atlanta, that those home values will continue to increase as the quality of growth continues to grow.
So. There is a direct correlation between the live, work, and play, but the economic development is tied very much to the residential side of life.
Yes,
people would like to live near where they work, but also enjoy the community, and so that takes us to our next segue, which is the number of parks. I was astounded at the number of parks in Henry County. I just set my printer to start printing off the number of parks, and look what it gave me. I gave 30 pages of parks. So tell us a little bit about the parks. You have some of the nicest parks in the metro area.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Well, first of all, we do continue to thank the voters who supported a special purple local option sales tax a couple of years ago, and part of those projects that were identified were lots of parks because of the quality of life that we're interested in. And so we've had several key life initiatives throughout the community, and again, the one that we're celebrating a lot of is one of the recent one that has a multi-purpose park in the North Henry area, where it literally includes, batting cages, soccer and lacrosse fields, pavilions and walking trails. And you'll find in other parts of our community, there's still lots of interest in how do we continue to bring in new parks. But again, a lot of those were identified and by our voters that have supported that. And we're really hoping for more to come. We do, again, are wanting to be more healthier. So you hope to hear more about trails and, more importantly, trails that connect throughout our county so that we can have a pretty good, healthy community that wants to walk and bike and, enjoy the pleasures of life there. But yes, there are several parks. We're very proud of those. Just making sure that, they're good quality parks, so that the families can enjoy from all backgrounds.
Yeah, I would take a look at their website because it's extremely impressive. How many parks? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I didn't bring the number of them, but you're right. Well, we've got a ton of them, and the good news is that we're still speaking about, parks, but that's what a lot of our citizens are interested in.
Yeah.
And as you think about the growth that we've had, we still have families that are moving to Henry County with children, and again, how do we give that balanced quality of life for the families?
Well, I just am going through all these pages of parks, and I could be here. We could do a whole show about.
Well, good. I think I need to get all of those because I need to go back and pull all that.
We could do a whole show on your parks. It's very impressive. Here's a paperclip for it.
Yeah, but again, I mean, as we continue,
I spent a lot of money on my color printer.
I see, and it is printed in color. So why don't you keep it?
Okay. I'm sure you have extra.
Yeah, but it's all good. And thank you for recognizing that. We again are very interested in trying to keep the quality of growth with the balance, and of course we can't not ignore just the public safety aspect of it, and just want to make sure that our citizens and our businesses are proud of where they live, work, play, and grow. How about that?
And grow. That's good. That's a new one. That's an additional thing. But what you have a lot of points of interest too. I printed off all those from your website too, as you can see here, and that's almost as many pages as the parks. So, what are some of your favorite attractions, points of interest in the Henry County area?
Well, where do I begin? Because I'm a growing golfer. You did hear a growing golfer. We've got even the county right now has a county-owned golf course that's called Cotton Fields Golf Course. That golf course was purchased years ago because we knew that the county was growing and needing to expand in our administration offices and some of our public safety offices. So right now we're offering that to our citizens as well until we develop the long-range plan. So that's one of the places that we enjoy. Of course, we've got the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Just encourage everyone once a year now to just come and support us down that way with the Atlanta Motor Speedway. I would tell you we've got several different parks, again, that you've mentioned. So we're finding that more of our citizens are moving in that direction to just enjoy life. And our goal eventually is to have more quality development with, fine dining and those kinds of things. But I'm kind of jumping ahead into the visioning for that I share for Henry County. But those are just a few. We do have a lot to offer there. We've got a Veterans Wall Museum down that way. That is very nice. And so, again, we've just got several different opportunities. I think we're a pretty good kept secret down that way, and just invite everyone to come down and visit with us sometime.
Well, we have Rum Creek Golf Course, J.P. Mosley Park Disc Golf. I don't know what disc golf
Yeah, those are our Parks and Recreation departments that are there. You kind of mentioned, Eagles Book, Eagles Landing, Crystal Lake, a lot of golf communities. The one I just spoke about. I'm highlighting that one, of course.
You like that one?
Because that one is county owned, right?
Oh, and the reasonable price then, I guess.
Yes.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after the break. I have a lot more to talk about. Welcome back. I'm Lou Whelan, sitting here with June Wood, and having a delightful conversation. And I forgot to mention that she's married to Michael, and they have 2 daughters. And everybody in your family either named June or born in June? Or
Well, not everyone, but the majority are. We
If they
had
weren't
fun
named June, they
earlier
must have
talking
been
about that.
born in June.
Yeah, we've got 5 family members or so that are born in June, and they're right behind one day after the other. So, yeah,
Okay, so you have 2 daughters, June.
Janae, who's our oldest daughter, and Jeanette, who's our younger daughter. Yeah, and by the way, I'm a grandmother as well.
No, that's amazing. I see on your bio that you have 5 grandchildren.
Yeah, yeah. Keep me young.
Like
I'm glad
30
to
years
enjoy
old and
them.
already have 5 grandchildren.
They're a pleasure, no doubt.
So,
Get to send them home.
All right, you have. Let's change the subject here.
Yeah, let's change the subject.
What about talk about some of the culture down there? You have the Academy Theater. You've got the Festival Atlanta Festival Ballet. You've got the Henry Arts Alliance, Southern Crescent Orchestra. You know, this is really quite a few cultural attractions. Must be interesting to the people who've moved there from California and New York even.
Well, I'd say so. I just commend all of our arts alliances and even our downtown development authorities that are really just creating an atmosphere where anyone can enjoy arts and leisure at home. I still think that we've got some opportunities to improve in the arts area, in my opinion, and more importantly, to just with the changing demographics, to have more, just a variety of entertainment, so that individuals can remain here in Henry County versus travel downtown to Atlanta or other areas to entertain and enjoy their families. So we've got some wonderful things. As a matter of fact, there is a initiative underway that's called One Henry, and this is co-led by the Chamber of Commerce there in Henry County and also the Development Authority. And it is involving a group of volunteers, grassroots, basically, that are looking for different focal areas that would strengthen our economic prosperity there and quality of life in Henry County. And arts and leisure is one of those focus areas that we want to definitely do better at. So just a wonderful opportunity.
I learned a little known fact looking at your website. A guy by the name of Jesse Johnson was the great-grandfather of President Lyndon Baines Johnson. Was one of the first settlers of Henry County. Yeah. And he was a prosperous farmer and a sheriff from 1822 to 1835 and a judge before moving to Alabama. But there's a lot of history there.
It is. And now, were you aware that Martin Luther King Sr.
was born in
was born there? And the city of Stockbridge has just recently recognized that as a historical marker in that area as well. So, yeah.
So a lot of history, and if you're interested in the Civil War, if you're a Civil War buff, there's a lot to learn, a lot of cool things that stay there.
Yes. There's been, I've already mentioned, again, we've got a Veterans Wall, but, there's also been just lots of history there at Nash Farms. Many people have probably heard about it recently. There was once a museum there. And actually, we're going through a process now just to kind of look at all of the different attractions and historical sites that we have there, and to develop some, plans of, how do we promote those going forward. So, but yeah, I mean, there's so much variety, so much opportunity, and to me, the key is how do we work together, to respect, all of the historical values there in the county, and to, again, appreciate history, but at the same time, move forward to areas where everyone feels, good about being there in the community. So all is good.
Good way to express that. I saw that tons of movies are filmed there, and Henry County is a long list. Yeah. So it's a cool place. Obviously, there must be plenty of good reasons for that, and including the community, the town itself. I know you have some beautiful scenery there,
Yes,
beautiful
yes,
downtown
yes.
areas.
Mm-hmm.
So great, must be fantastic for a movie company.
Well, it has been, of course, because of the recent, credits for film and so forth. We've had, community leaders that have gone out to take advantage of those opportunities. And so I know we've been The Walking Dead. We've had some Tyler Perry movies there. I can't think of all the movies that we've had there. I just try to walk by occasionally to kind of get a glimpse of some of the movie stars there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. There is some opportunities, definitely, that we've taken advantage of, and I would hope that there's going to be more to come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like Fast and Furious 7, Vacation, Hunger Games,
Mm-hmm.
on and on. You can go on their website, and you have a tour
Yeah.
of those sites where they were shot, too.
But guess what? We have ghost tours, too. Ghost tours.
Oh, wow. Stay tuned. We'll be right back, and we'll be talking about economic development when we come back. Welcome back. I'm Lou Whelan, sitting here with June Wood, Chairman of the Board of Commissioners for Henry County. Population is
Over 217,000 and counting.
30 miles from downtown Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
surrounded by fantastic roads, highways, and as a result of all of that, plus everything else that we talked about, the parks and the cultural activities and the real estate prices being very reasonable, you've attracted a lot of industry.
Yes, we have.
And I can see why. It makes a lot of sense. You guys are doing a lot of things right. And I see that Comcast is putting together a new fiber optic network capable of delivering 10 gigabyte speeds to Stockbridge.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's a big factor. That's a positive.
Yes. And AT&T has also, had some fiber optic installations down that way. When we talk about economic development there in Henry County, we're really proud. In partnership with the Development Authority there in the county, there were more than 1,450 new jobs that were created last year, with over $409 million of new investment. And over the next 10 years, we're expecting still to realize more than $22 million now. Do keep in mind that, a lot of the jobs that have been recently created have been more in the logistical and manufacturing area. Last year, Governor Nathan Deal announced that there was the Luxottica Group, which is a leading eyewear designer that was going to create 1,000 jobs with the expansion of its North American distribution facility in Henry County by the end of this year. And then, of course, we've also had the Tory Burch lifestyle designer. They're going to open up a $60 million distribution center. So there's been lots of growth, again, mostly in the logistical, and most people call it warehousing. I call it industrial space. But that has caused some definitely tax benefit, but it's also caused some infrastructure challenges, because one of the things you kind of mentioned, Lou, that we've got decent roads. I would probably say we've got the biggest opportunity to do better in that. We still have a lot of two-lane roads on major state highways, and we've got to do a lot of widening, and we've not literally we don't have the infrastructure for all the growth that we've had there. So those are a lot of public-private partnerships that we are focusing on, talking about CIDs potentially to help move the goods from the warehouses that are there. But we're also working in partnership with GDOT at the Atlanta Regional Commission and even at the state level to really help get some relief on our transportation infrastructure. So we've got that actually was one of the major items that was of concern that I heard from citizens and constituents is our transportation challenges that we have there. Yes, we are proud of the reversible managed lanes, but we've got major challenges on an infrastructure standpoint. But the other thing I want to make a mention of is that as we continue to look forward towards our economic development plans, we definitely want to bring a more of a balance of industry into our community. We've identified some target industries in the health field, definitely wanting more professional services. And actually, we're excited that the Technology Associations of Georgia, we've been proactively trying to establish a partnership, with them so that we can bring a better balance into our mix of industries there in the Henry County area. And that's why also we see the Atlanta Speedway Airport as a major economic opportunity because it's right next to the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And there's just so much opportunities there that we've just got to develop some long-range plans for. We're in the process of updating our comprehensive land use plan that's going to kick off in October. And this is a process when we look at our current land uses and updated and strategized based on some visioning, but more importantly, get the citizens' input into where we want to be 10, 15 years from now, because that's going to shape the future for Henry County. So again, we feel good about the jobs that have been created there. Definitely want to get a better mix of more professional services because our goal is to have some good high-paying jobs in that area so that, we've got greater than a 70% commute of individuals leaving the county. So how can we attract them to remain there? So I'm excited, glad to be on the team. I'm glad to be part of a board of directors, in my opinion, who seems to be very progressive. I'm looking forward to strengthening partnerships with our cities and our development authority, the chamber, and other key community leaders so that, again, we can be a little bit more progressive and in several different areas as we think towards the future, especially as we get to 2040 where we're expecting that 60% growth opportunity.
60% by 2040.
That is what the Atlanta Regional Commission has predicted for us. So that's
Well, the metro area wide, they're saying 2 million more people.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
I'm sure you'll get your share
Yeah.
based on all the prices in the parks and amenities and proximity to Atlanta.
Yes, and in our goal, and we've even had conversations much of, how do we be more proactive and reactive, in every aspect from public safety to parks and rec to, job creation to making sure that we've got a good skilled workforce as well. So we're excited, 8 months into this role with a, board that is, moving in a progressive way and cities who are also thinking progressively. But at the same time, we want to make sure that we preserve those areas that are, comfortable and low density for those that want to live, in a quiet community. And there's enough territory to plant it all. And that's what we're excited about.
Well, thank you for your service to the community. And I look forward to seeing great things from Henry County under your leadership. And we appreciate your coming on the show very much. And we definitely want to have you back because there's a lot more to cover. And now stay tuned for Dr. Bill Williams, Chairman and CEO of Swanee Dental Care, our dental health expert. Great to have you on the show.